This is problem 3.29, and we have a case where the water is going 0.57 meters per second this direction. We're trying to have a boat go directly across the stream. We have to angle the boat in this direction. The speed of the boat relative to the water is 1.3 meters per second. So here is the situation in vector form. We want the boat to go this direction, but we have to head it off in this direction because the water is going this way. So these two vectors added together should give us this one. This is the velocity of the water, the velocity of the boat with respect to the water, velocity of the boat with respect to the ground. So this vector plus this one equals this one right here, tip to tail method. This is a right triangle because this one's going horizontal, this one's going vertical. That means that if we're trying to figure out what the angle is that you need to point the boat, this is the angle right here, theta. We want to direct the boat over to the left-hand side a bit. We want to take the inverse sine of the opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite has a magnitude of 0.57 meters per second, and the hypotenuse is 1.3 meters per second. It's this one right here. So we know the magnitude of this, magnitude of that, therefore we can find the angle. The time it takes to go across the river is what we're trying to figure out next. That's the time, and we want to figure out how long it takes to go from here to here. So if we know the speed in this direction, and we know how far it is across, we're able to get the time required. So to get that speed, this speed from our vector right here, what we can do is take the hypotenuse squared and subtract one of the legs from it. So if we're looking for this one right here, we take c squared and subtract a squared from it and take the square root to get b. So in other words, this is a squared on this side, and then we'll say b squared is this one is equal to c squared. So if we're looking for this leg right here, for example this one, we take the hypotenuse squared minus one of the legs and then take the square root. That's what I did down here, hypotenuse squared minus the square of one of the legs, and then we want to write down the answer in meters per second. Once we know then the speed it takes, or the speed that we're traveling directly across the river, using the simple equation, speed is equal to distance divided by time. The velocity that we're traveling, or the speed we're traveling, is just the v that we just got. The distance we travel over here is the 63 meters, and we're looking for the time. So cross multiplying, pull the t over there, the v down here. The time it takes to go across the river is the total distance across the river divided by the speed at which we're traveling across the river. Units cancel out, and we'll get seconds for this answer.